It is Grace's Groove. Welcome back for our fourth episode today. Today is such a very emotional episode. It's a dedication episode. It's an episode to a dedication to my mom because mothers are rocks, mothers are life. Uh, and it's really just the thing about it. It's mom. But who is a mom? What role has someone played as a mom for you? But this one personally, it's lately my mom and just how life was. I thought let the first episode be something next to me, something very emotional, because experiences are all mine. But there are some experiences that leave marks, some experiences that leave you worried, anxious, some experiences leave you happy, some experiences you don't even want them to counter up to your brain. But for this for this channel, even I'll arise the experiences that just made me feel like we're here and it's tough. T for tough. So a mom. Who has been a mom? The first thing we're going to look is always looking at definitions in order to just get a mom and what it is. But I believe we all know who a mom is. If you didn't have a mom when growing up or didn't have a mother figure when growing up, my apologies. It's very sad. Uh, but I hope you witnessed it through it. I hope even if you're raised by a father figure, he also raised you. Because my next episode is also going to be a dedication to my dad. Yeah, also just speaking about father figures and what makes it very important. Uh, Something to know about me is that it is true. I had both parents when growing up. However, I became I became an orphan at the age of 16, an official orphan. Uh, Life has been really it. I will say life has been smooth, but not so smooth. Not as smooth as you would think, not as smooth as sliding, just everything going perfect. Of course, there are hills, there are rocks, there are valleys. You tremble, you fall, you come up, you do everything. But today, it's mother. So, mother, we're going to look at mother as the definition, right? It was Mother's Day, I remember, but I just didn't even feel like I should wish anyone Happy Mother's Day because you feel like, oh, sometimes, you love it. A mother is a woman in relation to her child or children. Bring to the verb. A mother is also a verb. Bring up a child with care, or bring up someone with care, or the other verb is to give birth to. A mother is the female parent of a child. Mothers are women who inhabit or perform the role of bearing some relation to their children, who may or may not be their biological offspring. Thus, thus it continues. That's from Wikipedia, and just you can see, a mother is just here. So I will go look at this one. That's from HelloMotherhood.com. It says protector, disciplinarian, and friend. The meaning of being a mother is virtually endless. A mother is a protector, disciplinarian, and a friend. A mother is a selfless, loving human who must sacrifice many of their wants and needs for the wants and needs of their children. These are very important meaning. Mothers do sacrifice a lot, but what if? What if? I will tell you my story with my mom today. Next episode is gonna be with my dad. Gotta come back for that one. It's a very nice sit down about fatherhood and father figures. But this one, let's talk about motherhood, mom figures, and everything. But I said it's gonna be only my mom, and I mentioned other women, strong pillars, women who've been mothers to me. But This one is just gonna be my mom for sure. I think I've repeated that. So my mom, I grew up with my mom a lot. I remember I wrote for her something on her eulogy. Yeah, I wrote an eulogy for her. And the title was her best, my best friend, her past. Because my mom was my best friend. I didn't, I didn't know any other friend outside the border, but I just knew mom. I just knew that it was always mom. There's no one else who's going to to be there for me. It was just always her. I had friends. I would go outside, play kidogo, but then while I felt at home was with my mom because that's the only thing I knew. It was always mom. If mom was to go anywhere, I'm going with mom. And to me, I didn't feel bad. I just didn't feel bad that I'm going out with my mom. Like it was so natural. It was so like, ah, you know what? Even if someone else wants to tell me, you want to go out, I'm like, is my mom coming? If my mom is not coming, trust me, my mood will drop from 100 to 0 because honestly, she's the person I relate to. And yeah, so this topic is going to be emotional. You might not see me, but sometimes tears feel like coming, tears feel like rolling. But yeah, so anyway, it was just always me and mom, my best friend, her purse, because I was always everywhere. And I didn't also see my mom with friends, like because my mom was sick. She had a chronic illness. She had lupus for 7 years. She battled it for long, good 7 years. And the first thing I would love to say is that I think my mom was pronounced dead 5 times to me without even being told by the hospital she's dead. It's just like people say, hey, she won't make it. But she was a strong fighter, a warrior. All my strength. When people tell me, Grace, you're strong, it just comes from who? Mom. It only comes from mom. Always. And there's no else I can get that strength from. And so, yeah, so mom was mom and she was there for me. When I'm growing up, I don't remember a lot, but I just remember she was there. She was there with me. I remember we stayed with dad. Then all of a sudden, we moved. We moved now to my dad's side of the family to his sister's place, and the sister's place there were a lot of people, but I just know my mom and I had our karo, and that felt more than home. No one is disturbing us. Mom is just there. She's not doing good. And then I remember there was one time, mom, I didn't see, I woke up and mom wasn't there. Her bed was not there. And everyone looked so puzzled. Everyone looked so worried. And I'm just like, where's my mom? Because that's the first thing. And what even led me is that I didn't care about what you're telling me. I would wake up, go out, and look for mom. Because no one is telling me anything. You all have puzzled faces. I think for me, ever since I was young, is that just be honest about it. Be honest about something. If things are not well, tell me, right? Don't cover up. Children nowadays are wiser, are smarter, and that's just it. And so we move on from that. So yeah, so she wasn't there. She was hospitalized. That I believe that was 2007 during elections time. A hot period for us. So she was hospitalized, and yeah, and she was hospitalized, and that is when even my mom had to be cut off her limbs. It's the time she didn't feel her body, and she was burnt by hot water when showering. And now it had hit, like lupus had hit home. Either way, my mom came from home. She had wounds, and I saw these wounds. They were oozing. You had to be dressed, everything. And I couldn't do as much as a child. But what kept me, gave me faith was everything school. Mom was present. Everything school. Mom was really present. She was there. She was there as a person. Sports day, as much as you have those parents who will be like, parents who can do this, I understood mom couldn't do. So what happened to me, even I used to tell my German students, is in sports I was very active. I'm a kapumpum, but even as a kid I was a kapumpum, but like um either way I will participate. It's like I was participating for both of us. I need one person. We both need to be strong, and we are both strong. So I used to do everything. And people were wondering, this one, what is she doing? Yeah, I will do those races and win for Team Yellow, as Team Yellow, because now you have rules for you and for mom. But we used to work with mom. We used to go. Matahatran, she's the one who used to drop me off. Cultural fest, I don't know what they used to call it in our school. In primary, I don't remember, but she was there. Mom, she was there. She was there. She always made sure I have to be there for my daughter. And the only thing you want to know is where is mom seated? Sports day, maybe if because I used to go earlier and then parents come in later. The only thing that will train me is mom needs to come. Teacher parent day, we see many teachers, but mom is still there. And that's the strength, guys. That's the strength of your mom being there and being present for you. As much as you feel like your mom isn't there, this is just an open talk. It's gonna be like something that you really, really wanna chime in. But mom was there, I remember she was really there, although she was very ill. Uh then you notice that hey, mom is drinking a lot of medicine. Not lying, not overcharging. Yeah, I believe those medicines per meal, because you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think they were like 30. The least she's ever taken are 12 per meal. Yeah, those medicines are a lot. And these are just the first things you first start to see. When I moved, my primary school was Katsam. From Katsam, something happened. I had to shift. I shifted to Loreto. Same. Anything. Sports day, queer. But now in Loreto, I wasn't as open because it's just a new school. I have moved and I'm still getting to know people. And Loreto girls are all out there, they're all outgoing. And you're meeting so many youths, but now you're meeting so many youths, but with the girlish side, not the boyish side. So you're just like, okay, oh, someone. But yeah, so Loreto wasn't as actively, but she was still there, and we would even walk with her to go. Yeah. I remember her doctor's office was just next to Loreto. She was just like, Loreto, you cross the road and then Dr. Oyo's office. And I told, and I will take my mom. I don't care. We leave at 4 a.m. We come back home at 6 p.m., 8 a.m. Also, that's plus traffic. We stay in the line. We drink Milo, like you've never drunk Milo. That is all the fun of it. And yeah, and I remember there was one time I was asked to take a lupus test just to see if I'll ever get it in the future. I wasn't worried, but guys, what I wanted was to also have lupus, just to get the same pain and feeling as my mom. I'm a kid. Don't judge. I wanted to just like relieve some pain from her. At least I'll be like, mom, mom, we're in this together. This togetherness. Yeah. So it's better we all just get it. So yeah. So I got the test, and the test results came out, and they were like, "You shall never. There are no signs of you getting it in the future." And my mom was like, "Grace, you're not happy," and I'm just like, "No." I didn't even want to tell her that I wanted it for us to go through it together. And I'm just like, Mom, you gotta fight this alone. Like, you have to fight this alone. You don't have to fight this alone. But yeah, that was the other thing. And yeah, and I also remember um, my mom, something after we just lost our dad, she asked me if I wanted another sibling. And I'm like, another sibling for what? I just want to be me and you. Now, we don't have dad. Yeah, it was a shock that you know, for me, I think ever since I was a kid, I was psychologically prepared. If my family members listen to this audio, hey, you're gonna be shocked. But ever since I was a kid, ever since that was 17, I was always psychologically prepared that things might go sideways. That I will not have mom in my life, but I'll have dad. But now you don't have dad. And now you're left with mom, and you're just like, mom, she might have even a little bit of fun. What is happening to me? So you put all your prayers to your mom. And that was in 2012. She asked me 2012, 2013, because my dad died the New Year's, basically. So now, 2013, uh, she asked my brother, I was just like, I don't want another one. I don't even want another sibling. It's just me. We gotta fight this. We gotta keep it strong. We don't want other people. They don't know our strength. So that happens. As from Loreto, I went to a school called Kestrel. Kestrel, it so happens that we were together with mom, and she used to take me. My bus used to come. I will put this in. I don't know if it's called childhood traumas of waking up early. Hey, there's that episode for that one to come. So Kesha, she used to take me to the front of the gate at 4 a.m. Imagine, with that all that strength, maybe swollen feet because her feet are normally always swollen. She will take me to the front, and it just tells you who a mom is. She sacrifices just to see you there. She will wake up early, make sure she makes my breakfast, make sure she wakes me up and tells me to go shower. She couldn't shower me, so I started washing myself at a very early age. But even if she couldn't do that, sometimes she will try, because sometimes girls, you smell like susu, you do, yeah. So there are those things. So she will do it. I think about my mom, her fingers got I don't know what to say. That 207 was such a shock, because now her fingers were no longer straight anymore. They were folded. Yeah. They were folded. And yeah, it so happens that they were folded. And and that's it. And so she'll take me to the front. Then one time she said, when I come back home, she's like, Christine, hey, something pricked my leg here. And it pricked my leg, and it's very painful. I didn't know that prick was gonna be the prick that just makes now everything fall again. And that is when you are knocked out. I don't know if I was ever depressed, but I know I hindered my emotions. 2013 looked very strong. You know, I will take you back to 2013, because when we lost my dad, apparently I had to stay in the village and my mom had to go to Nairobi. That was the most devastating time of my life. I have never been devastated, upset, feeling confused, feeling alone, getting all your fears in one room. My fear was mom leaving me alone. And it happened. And it happened. And people want to make this thing easy on you, but you like the person will make it easy on me. She's not with me. So how are you making it easy? Because this is not easy. This is so hard. Hard. My mom has gone. She's the only one that can make me go and feel like I'm human again. I don't care about anyone else. It was just care that my mom is there. And that was the fun and vibe of it. Yeah. And so now in 2015, I remember we came for my eating competition race. She was always there. She came in when I was at Kestrel. She came for everything else, everything parent related. She didn't miss out Kestrel actually. She came for my eating competition. Things I'll talk about in childhood memories. Um, she came also to watch a movie with me about a guy who had dyslexia, and his teacher also had dyslexia, and yeah, it was such an emotional, like Stars on Earth, such an emotional movie. And I remember we are two strong ladies. I used to refer to, in my brain, I always refer to us as two strong ladies. We never cried, we never showed our emotions, we never fought. for we never fought people. Yeah, we were just people who move along. If you hurt us, we will be hurt. We will keep it, but we forget. She always mentioned it. When I was young, I won't lie, I was the type for like, hey, me, I want to revenge. But she always told me, forgive and forget. So we always forgot this thing called revenge. So as much as we put there, um, yeah, so we were two strong people. And for the first time, when we watched that movie, my mom and I cried both together. And I just knew, wow, the strong women have been broken down and have been emotional. So, so it was something crazy. Um, so it was something so interesting for both of us. But then it so happens, I needed to do my final exams, and mom fell ill. She didn't do well. She fell ill. And I remember I was told, hey, Grace, this time, people are very anxious, depressed in that house. Also, Grace, this time your mom might not make it, you know. I was told that. It's very true, it's very real. Because I'm gonna keep you real out of here. I don't care. You're gonna fight me. Yeah, I was told she won't make it. She doesn't even look like she'll make it. Even was it she won't make it in her mom or something. And I only had to rely to our house help. Um, not even my house help. My next friend, my auntie. Yeah. And that gave me faith. She just told me, pray for mom, and all things will be good. Just pray for her. That's all you gotta do. Pray. And yeah, mom was in hospital. It was it Christmas or New Year's? Yeah, Christmas. We always have Christmas as a family, and for Christmas, I always leave my one side of the family and go to the other side of the family because that's just us. That's what we do. So I went to the other side of the family, and we had family lunch together, and we were thinking, should we carry the food and take it to hospital? But you're like, no. For me, I wanted that, but I'm like, no, I don't also want that, because you don't want to make the person feel bad. You also don't want to hurt emotions, hurt feelings. You just want it to be okay. And so I was like, okay, we can do something different. So we ate, but it didn't feel more like family, because if it felt like one person is missing. Went to see mom in hospital. She was doing good. She was trying. And I remember it Christmas time. No, New Year's time. New Year's time, something happened to mom, and now she had to be transferred to. But she always had HDU. I don't know. I believe she was always in the normal ward. Then she had to be taken to HDU. Oh, and that really hit us. It was a really low moment for me and my mom's sister, my aunt. It was like really, it was such a low moment for us. I won't deny. You know, we want to look very normal to the whole family, but we're very anxious. We're very, we've been through a lot with my mom's sister too, and mostly the low moments we've been through with her. So it was like really anxious, really, yeah, the moments that you don't even want to go back to. And yeah, so she crossed over New Year's and the HDU, and I remember I had to go back to school. And the most saddening thing is, I went to tell my mom Happy New Year's in the hospital, and she's in the HDU ward. You're like, keep it strong. I remember that time I was very emotional. I cried my tears out. I was there for like 20 minutes, because we're like, when will she ever leave? Is she gonna leave this bed, or she won't? And that now made something else go wrong. It made things turn like things had to turn, you know. yeah, things really had to turn that from that emotional. But she told me, Grace, keep strong, and I'm coming home. And when my mom reassures you something, it's a guarantee she will do it. So I knew she'll come home. When I don't know, be it when she'll come home. So I'm done with Kestrel, I'm done with my final exams, and then I need to go to a new school, Nisula, and I need to go for the interview. And that day, I was just like, I'm not going. I don't leave Nairobi because I don't leave mom. And I was just like, I don't even want to do this interview. I had such a bad attitude. Oh my gosh. If you found me in those years, 2015, oh my goodness. I had strong, bad attitudes. And I didn't know that it was just, I think it was just related to stress. It wasn't related to anything else. It was just stress kicking in. I really had bad attitudes. Yeah. And so, mm, that happens, and I go and yeah, I need to go for this interview, and I'm just like, I'm not waking up, I'm not doing anything. And I was, even after being psyched, after being prepared that, oh, you've been called, what, I wasn't even happy. I even told my aunt, you know what, I don't feel like I really want to go to this school because I'm really tired. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to study. I want to quit everything. If I can't quit and become a nurse and just be there, yeah. But also, yeah, you know. And we also had Word Chronicles. There was a time also I didn't go to school, and I think every day I used to spend time at the ward. So it was really fun. It felt like my happy moment. You go in at 8 and leave there at 4, sometimes 6, even way past the hours. And I was even known as the hospital child, you know. Yeah, it is so fun. That was also a moment we shared. But to something I still really hate, and my aunt had no strength over me. It was that bad. Now my aunt is my dad's sister. She didn't have strength over me, and she even no one could talk to me, no one could advise me. It's like you'll advise me, I'll agree, and then I'm on the ground things are different. So she had to call my mom and tell my mom that your daughter has refused. And it's so true, I had refused. But now my mom had to really soften me because I was gum. I was a rock, and I think ever since that time, I've never lost that rock heart. It's like it's like it was molded and it was molded. Not that I'm bad, but it was molded. It was molded. It's like I've been very tough. I won't lie. There's the one for being strong and there's tough, tough for tough, tough for tough-headed, and so like I think it came really developed at that time and it hasn't left. How it will live, it's a big rock. It's like a mountain. So we don't know. I don't know, but I'll work on it. So yeah, and she had to soften me out. And trust me, that rock was like lava melted. Psh, psh, psh. Yeah, it's like you know, it's like it was okay. And I said, okay, mom, I'm doing this interview for you. Like also I had to declare the interview to her. So in order to go, in order to pass. So I said, mom, you know what? I'm declaring this interview to you and I'll go and I'll go. And I went, I did it, I passed. All for mom. All for mom. It was never for me. The school, I didn't even like the ambience of the school at first. I won't even lie. I went to Nisula. It's like everyone's like, Nisula, posh. And I'm just like, to me, it wasn't even about the school. It wasn't even about studies. It's just about, I'm doing it for mom. I'm gonna grace it for mom. Right? I went to Nisula without mom. She was still in hospital. And I remember in year 8, I remember term 1 closing, I had some some that mom might be out of hospital, and was really happy. And and when I saw my mom, because they had to bring the car all the way, when I saw my mom, I have never, my friends even are shocked. I have never sprinted in my life before. Yani, that running I used to run when I was a kid, it came back full force, and I ran to her. I think I was even going to trickle her over, but I'm very strong, so I took, like, I just hugged her and embraced her, and we didn't fall. And it was just like those happy, sweet moments that you wish that could just reoccur in your life again. Happiness of just seeing someone, just pure love that you've seen someone. It was so awesome because she's missed out on a lot, you know. I couldn't do much. I couldn't show her that this is a school, this is here, this is what. No, it was just like, I'll show you when you get better. I just want to go home. I just want to be with you. I want to embrace you. I just want to be there. I want to have a meal with you. I want to sit down. I want us to talk. I want us to have our night prayers. Yeah, there were night prayers where we prayed together, you know. And the most mom could do was just sit at her bed. She can't really walk a lot. There are now things now you have to, it's like you've gone back again, level 0. You have to come back again. What I say, when you're down, don't think you're down. Don't think it's forever. You can wake up many times more. I want to tell you, if it's down, it's the end. It's never the end of anything. You can down, come back up again and again and again and again. So we had to do that. We had to be there. Now she started coming to school for teachers' things. She dressed so well. She'll be like, because I'm not eating breakfast because I don't like this. You need the small things that you just want your mom to tell you. She tells you, she fills you in, and you're just like, ah, mom. And and telling everyone, this is my mom, this is my mom, this is my mom. Because now they're used to my aunt. They think my aunt is my mom, and they're just like, let's take this title back. This is my mom, this is my mom. She's been away. You tell such a strong inspirational story. Though I didn't like to tell my stories because I think that will have been my weakness. People will have now judged based me on that, like making me weak, tell me, something. But to me, she was my strength, she was my soldier to walk on, and she will forever and she forever be my soldier to walk on. And yeah, so that happened, and this is mom. And we go to school, everything's it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. More years go on. Then I remember in 2019, things were not like really doing good. Mom is shedding weight. You notice them, but you don't want it to stress you. More so that you're going to be a candidate that year. You don't want it to stress you. You just want it to be like, you just want it to be like a way. She'll come. You notice she's not her. You notice things are just different. You know, yeah. So you just notice those things. I'm sorry, my voice might be trembling because this year was such a strong. I don't even know what to talk about 2019, everything, because you have your candidates, yeah. And she came for our prayer day, and she wasn't feeling good. Even the whole prayer day session, she wasn't with us. She was outside. She said there's something wrong with her stomach, and I'm just like, I have to deliver a speech, you know. And this speech, I would say, is a speech that didn't make any sense to me at the end of the day because I forgot one thing. And I remember, and she told me, I forgot to mention her in my speech. And she told me, Grace, never forget your mom in your speech. And that thing haunts me forever. And that's what I'm saying. In every speech should be like a declaration. It's now sad that she wouldn't be there to hear me. See, the speeches, because this audio is going to be for future memories. Yeah, and she felt like really, really, really bad, and it's like, Grace. Um, yeah. So, uh, the speech. I've done my exams. I remember I finished my exams on the 12th of June, 2019. And that 12th of June 2019 felt weird because it was a time I started going to look for Lingala and Rumba. And the only one who was ringing is one of my aunts, my dad's aunts. She was a Rumba fanatic. Oof, Aunt Penina. And I really loved it. She was there for Rumba and yeah, so I remember listening to this Jibin Piana Titanic. I can never forget that mix. And yeah, so I did it with her. And she was the one ringing my ear. So the next day they come to school and you can I see my aunt. I got from the parking. I see my aunt. Hey, my aunt looks pale, grey. She's crying. So I'm just like, I know something has gone down. I know something has happened. But what is it? Is it mom? So the first thing you're running is to look if it's mom. When you go look if it's mom, it's not mom. And when you're on the car ride, and yeah, so it's not mom. I get everything. Mom says she's thirsty. She wants tea. I try to get tea for her, but we're not in a hurry because my aunt needs to go and things. That car ride was just long. So when you go into the car, they break down the news for me that my aunt is dead. Honestly, these were two sides to the coin. First of all, I will not lie. I was happy that it wasn't my mom who had left. It would have been another one if it was my mom. But B, you're also sad that also your other aunt is gone, because cancer had hit home, and I don't think I talked to my aunt over that whole year. I think I last talked to her in December or something. Yeah, so I wasn't in contact with her. I think she broke off the contact with me way ahead, more than anyone else. But I just had greetings like, say hi to Grace, say hi to Grace. You know, if your favorite person, your soul, your body, your walk, the person who you will walk with, and you'll be like, that's your mom, and you're just hyped. That aunt was cool. She was like really cool. Her food, her everything. She's like, just take another me, take it away. Yeah, so yeah, that was it. And so the car, honestly, the car, when I was in the car, I asked myself, because the aunt who I told you who was my rock when my mom was in the hospital, she also passed away like in 2017. So yeah, so I was like, is it going to be my mom next? Because honestly, you're just like, hey, Z, 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 Z. Yeah, you're just like, no, 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 no. Yeah, so that's the first question I asked myself in the car. Is it going to be my mom next? And we took it home. Uh, it so happens we needed to travel, but my mom couldn't go because of Busia, mosquitoes, everything. She's critical also. So we said it's okay. I remember my cousin-in-law had asked me, and my cousin had asked me if I want to stay back and in order just to be there for the month, because my aunt honestly wanted me to go and be with her and stay with her June, because that's our long holiday. So she wanted me to go there and be with her and help her out, but it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same. Yeah, I wasn't that see my aunt being pushed to the grave, and that one is when it hit home that she's left. You feel like another piece of you has gone, and it really takes you down. like for life. And so I called mom and asked her, Mom, do you think I should stay or do you miss me? Should I come home? And she's like, I miss you so much. And the first thing was just like, guys, I'll have to decline your invitation because I need to go back to my mama. She needs me. She needs me. And that was it. And I said that. And when I went back home, things were tough. My aunt is going through, this is my dad's sister. She's going through, is it called depression of loss of depression? I don't know. That one when you've lost someone and now it hits you hard. Yeah. And we go back to home and mom isn't doing well. She's entertaining water. She's drinking water but she ain't peeing. We had to go with her to the doctor's place. And guess what, guys? When my mom needed me most, this is when that rock came back. That rock I've been telling you guys about, it came back very strong. So it came really back. It came back so badly. Well, hey. There, I have to tell you guys, that one wasn't nice. When my mom needs you, when she needs the love, she needs to be empathy and everything. It's like I'm shutting her off. I'm just. It's like I'm there with you, but I don't want to be there with you because I think this was just fears and feelings and being scared of what to do next. I'm so scared. It's a feeling that I can describe to you guys. It's emptiness. You feel empty, you feel scared, you just feel like, whew, you feel like, whoa, like, please shake me out of this. Yeah, I went for tests. Mom will do things, and you're just like, what is not happening? So it had to happen. We had to now bring her home. We have to move to now with her sister. We move here and you start to notice some signs. And I told you guys, I think I've been a really wise kid, and God is always with me because I'm always given the signs where ahead. You start noticing some signs, and all adults will tell you, Grace, it's all in your mind. Trust me, trust your own mind. Don't make anyone else trust for you what you believe is true. I say, go with you. What do you feel? So the first sign was mom sleeps for long. Sign number one. Even the toilet one wasn't even a sign for me. Didn't I don't know because I really hadn't researched. So that one wasn't really a sign of. But the sign of drinking a lot of water and not peeing was a subtle sign. Number one was sleeping a lot. Not only sleeping a lot for long periods, she's sleeping and she's snoring. You're like, hey, mom doesn't snore. I'm the one who snores. Like she's sleeping. My mom was sleeping. Eh? So, number two, you notice that there's one time I was, we were in the sitting room with my cousin, and she woke up to come upstairs, and she lost balance and she fell. I've never seen mom fall. That was sign number three. And I'm like, I was even on my phone, I was shocked. Like, my cousin like, Grace, you go pick up your mom, but you're so shocked. Like, even I was like, Grace, you don't care about me. You just see me here. I'm just like, I'm so shocked that you fell. It's not that I didn't want to pick you up. I wanted to be your hero. But these signs just hit you. Yeah? She's now sleeping. Her leg is bleeding from underneath. And now that's when we had to take her to the hospital because you don't know what is happening. She has to go to hospital. We take her to Nazareth Hospital, and when you take her to Nazareth Hospital, it's like we were trying to solve something. First of all, me in Nazareth is just a weird hospital because now you want that mom vibe thing, but your mom isn't there. She's so ill, so fragile, and but just the checking up room, there's a patient who died there. And now me being me, I want to be have like mom daughter stories, and I'm like, mom, mom, the first bed, someone has died, and she's like, she didn't even respond. She was so okay, so though she was annoyed at me, I know that face. She was annoyed with me. It's like she doesn't even want to see me there. So you get hit by that. Like your mom doesn't want to see you there. Get hit. It's not like she doesn't want to see you there. It's just that she's ailing. She's in so much pain that we don't understand. Yeah, and you're there with my uncle and aunt, and it's just like, oh, it's just like, will I recover from this? We take her to the room, we leave her, and we told now mom has to wear diapers. Diapers was number 4. Sign number 4, diapers. And my mom doesn't even have the strength to take her herself to the washroom. She was taken to the what word? Palliative care ward. I think we had searched what palliative means, but we just didn't know the meaning. And we get to her. She was there. She was there. We were 10. Went to see her one day on a Sunday. She was really good. She was okay. She even complained about my hair because my hair looked disgusting. Still mom is still mom no matter what. Yes, so we go and I'm just like, okay. So there's a time you want to talk to mom and you want to call her, you want to hear her voice, but it's not going through. The number is inactive. So man comes home and she's like, your mom has forgotten her PIN. And that was sign number 5. A very now leave the other signs. This one was one of those strong signs. Mom never forgets anything. Date, PIN, number for number, what? She doesn't forget. How is it she's forgetting her own PIN? PIN yake. Her SIM card PIN. Anyone else knows it. Then my aunt also shows me a video of mom, and she wasn't like moving. She wasn't like, and I thank God always for that video, because I'll have so many questions. I'm someone who will question some things. Yeah, and so you notice that one, and both my aunt and I didn't talk to each other. We just saw the video and we left each other as mute. Yeah, my mom, sister, and I, we just left each other mute. Her she went to sleep. I know she was also panicking. She was worried. You just don't know what she's going through. Mostly she's the one who experienced it. Yeah, you know how she's feeling. So she's the one who goes. Now, that night I did something very powerful, very phenomenal, and I don't think anyone knows except for the few people who have told the story. Is that night we have a rose, a Jesus cross in our house. It even glows in the dark. I had to mention that point. It's a very strong one, and I went in front of it, and of late I was doing my prayers there, but I went there to do my prayer, and I prayed and I thanked God for having my mom in my life, and I said, she's been through so much pain, and if this pain is putting her down, there's no need of her being stronger anymore. We can release it, we can let it go, and we can just just move on from this phase and just and just grow. And I just thank you, thank God for your mom, for all the good things, for everything. It's like I recap my life with my mom for the whole period of my life for 16 years, and then just close that chapter and say thank you God. And if it is that she needs to go to you, she needs to go. And I released her. That was something I did, and that was the final sign for me was I released my mom and I prayed. Yeah. So on the 24th, things just didn't sun was out, everything was there. But when I woke up, the first thing I smelled was a strong scent of my mom in the room. Just up there at the corner. At the corner. I felt it and I smelled it. And that was also like another one, a final warning sign. Everything was cool. People apparently knew the news the whole day. I was the only one left out. But then you find your aunt is coming in, not my mom's sister. My mom's sister is not arriving. The one person you want to see is not coming. That's one person you wanted to see the whole day is not coming. And you see your other aunt coming with another aunt with your cousin. Then yeah, things are tea for tat. It so happens I was talking to my best friend, my girl, on the phone just moments before. The news got broke down. Uh, I was down for a minute, but after the release, after everything, you have prepared yourself. And I just remember telling my friends, and so were calling me, and I'm saying it's okay. She's gone now. She's better. She's not feeling pain. And I was so strong to the point that I was very strong. Even when we went to Kisumu, it was amazing. It was such a nice thing. And that's how we called it an end to mom. So she lives within us. Memory is just flooding. Sometimes it's just like, if Dottie, because she's called Dottie by her siblings, if she was here, this will have done this. We miss your mom, honestly. We are there. Auntie Joy loves you so much. She misses you so much. Same to Uncle Jeff, all of them. Just a piece. We miss you a lot. It's not like you've forgotten. And that's why this had to be dedicated to you. And yeah, that's how we closed it. And I think that's how I feared the strength of death. Yeah? You would want to blame your mom for your mom's death for many things, but not for long. I just knew that was just me being childish. But I've been able to overcome. I'm strong. Things change, things shift. The moment I was told she's dead, I'm just like, no, I'm alone in this world. That's the first thing that hits. I'm alone. I have to do things for myself. There's not to push you. It's you and yourself. And the journey, it's 3 years now. It's been to 3 years. Yesterday was a month to your remembrance. It's like 29 days to or 30 days to. And it's amazing that yeah. So, mommy, we love you, and this was just the dedication to you. Thank you very much, and we care, and we love you, and you're forever.